Welcome to Buckets of Duckets, ladies and gentlemen. My name is Chase Myers with my co-host, the great Josh Watts.
What's up, all my buckets out there in Ducket land? This is episode 1, which is the first one.
This is right. It could be anything. It is one.
It could be whatever you want it to be.
And it's been whatever we want. Josh, how you doing, buddy?
I'm doing fantastic. How are you doing?
Man, I'm good. I'm going a little crazy. I don't know if you know, but you can't go outside. And
yeah, you're locked. The bars, the government can't put bars on our windows and doors, so we can't get outside unless they let us. I didn't know
the Navy swam straight up my toilet. Straight, just popped out my toilet still with the mask on and everything. Slapped me right in the face and said, "Respect yourself. Wash your hands." Dude,
God bless America, bro. I don't know what to tell you.
Abrasive, but point taken. Okay, dude, I am. My hands are already so soft. There were so few calluses on these hands. I've lifted so few things in my life, and now I'm just scrubbing those away. I'm just scrubbing. I'm lotioning them too. Why not? There's nothing. There's not a man, bro. I got a little girl situation, and hold hands immediately. Your hands are so soft. Like I have to overcome it. The second she says that, I have to just like punk the next person I see on the street. Because I got to show something's hard. If it's
you just
not
slap somebody's hand,
yeah,
just slap somebody's drink out their hand.
You get
Watch
this,
what these
bro.
soft hands do. Boom.
All right, I feel emasculated now. You get this.
The Navy. Like, you know how many times a Navy dude has to jump out of a toilet and slap you in your face, tell you to respect yourself? Once.
Oh, dude, that's it. Dude, I am terrified now. I have the lid down and like a seal on the toilet lid. Like, yeah. I am not. It is locked down, and I'm worried about
locks?
I'm worried about my sink. Honestly, that's where I'm at now. Is I don't know if I'm protected from my sink. I'm just trying to do right. I'm just trying to do right by America.
I'm gonna take you down a trip down memory lane right now. All right. In April of 2000, a young, ruggedly handsome Joshua Watts Esquire was looking to join a military service branch, and I picked the Air Force.
Okay.
Because they offered me the most money, and
what
it sounded
sellout,
like the best
dude.
deal. And then,
do it for the love of the game.
Nah, dude,
the love of your country. That's kind of funny that there's different. I mean, I guess that makes sense.
Told me
you should get paid more if you're in the sky.
Well, at that time, it was signing bonuses. But
okay.
So I signed on to the Air Force, and then I signed up in the mall down here in Hammond, and everybody, like all the Marine, Army, Navy, everybody's right next door to each other. And when I walked out of the Air Force one, a guy came out of the Navy one, and he said, "Did you sign up?" I said, "Yeah." And he said, "What are you going to do?" I said, "I think they're going to make me be a cop." And he goes, "I'm jumping out of people's toilets, and I'm going to slap them in their face and tell them that they have to wash their fucking hands." And I was like, "Oh, fuck, word?" And I went inside, and they wouldn't let me cancel. I tried to cancel. I was like, dude, I still got the receipt. Let me just back out of this.
I just stepped right out the door. I ain't even opened the box. It's right out the door. I'm just coming right back.
I tried, bro. They weren't having it. They were like, "Oh, the toilet guy talked to you, didn't he?" I was like, "Yeah, man."
Yeah,
like,
lead with that guy. Lead with the toilet guy.
I started having hope, like maybe I'll get the parachute down somebody's chimney and tell them to eat their vegetables or something.
That'd be nice.
Dude. Nope.
Dude, nothing's stopping you now, bro. It's a new world. You can go out there.
I'm just gonna start yelling at people to wash their hands.
Just fall down somebody's chimney, bro. Just go to your neighbor's house. Climb up on the roof.
Can you imagine if my neighbor has kids? Can you imagine if I come down the chimney? They're like, "What?
Just
Santa
dusty,
Claus?"
just dusty. It's soot, right? Isn't that what's in chimneys? Just soot all over.
Yeah,
you.
probably.
Just dust them off, and then point whoever's in front of you. You point at them and tell them to take their vitamins. That's what you do.
I roll out of the somersault out of the chimney, and I grab the first child I see by their shirt, and I pull them real close, and I say, "You eat those fucking Brussels sprouts, or I'll come back while your parents are asleep." And then I roll back into the chimney and jump right back out.
No one would believe that kid. And even still, I don't think there's laws anymore. So like, I think you're cool.
There isn't. I found that out. There's no laws anymore. The world is crazy.
How many let me go back to work and die protest have you been to? Because, dude, I am out here fucking begging to die. Like, dude, I've been at the Capitol building just every day. Just, can I die today, sir? Will you please give me the opportunity to die? You communist fuck. I've been just...
How bad are your roots? Because I'm willing to die if you need your roots colored in. My whole family told me goodbye this morning.
Dude, these split ends are embarrassing, bro. Like, I can't. I'm glad no one can see it.
These the doomsday preppers that are like, I'm gonna live in this bunker in my garage shed under my lawnmower for 10 years with all these guns and cans of beans, are freaking the fuck out because they can't go get their hair cut. Like, what?
Yeah, right. Where's all this shit? Like, I feel like the apocalypse had like a peak a couple years ago. I feel like everybody was doing zombie stuff, like the Walking Dead, like top Walking Dead. When Walking Dead was giving out spinoffs, everybody was prepared for zombies and everything. And then we just kind of lost that energy like 3 or 4 years later, and now. Dude, you gotta fucking stab something now, dude. Like, that's what you gotta protect yourself.
Every single scenario, like everything that's played out that's led to this, is the beginning of a zombie movie. Where everybody's like, hey, it's not real, it's a hoax, I don't care, I'm not wearing a mask. Boom, that dude's eating somebody's brains in like 5 minutes. But
yeah, I do kind of wonder, like, I don't know, man. I don't try to pretend like I know things. And so I just can't imagine being so confident that like this is bullshit. We need to get back out there. Like,
but see, the thing with that is the people that are complaining and wanting to open back up it's not the barbers and the stylists. It's the people that want their hair cut and want their hair colored.
Oh, that's a good point.
It's nobody's out there like, hey, I need to go start waiting tables again right now. They're demanding people to go back to work for them. That's
you
what
just dropped some knowledge, man.
Boom.
I had already thought that they were dumb shits, but now like it's like deeper.
Oh yeah.
It's a stronger conviction of dumb shitness.
And just to be serious for a minute, Michelle works in a hospital, and she signs bodies into the morgue, and they have refrigerated trucks outside of the hospital because they don't have room in 3 different morgues for all the bodies.
Dude, I like how you are letting her spread that propaganda just right in front, dude. Just acting like, what is she doing every day? Just going to sit in her car and then coming back up.
I'm going to tell you this. As a young single man, you don't understand this. But I'm going to tell you. Happy life, happy wife. We both know that COVID-19 is caused by 5G cell phone towers. Everybody knows that. Don't be ridiculous. We all know that that's what's causing it. The Chinese 5G towers are giving people the flu that's making them crap their eyes out or whatever.
That's what it's doing.
Is.
Say it.
But if my wife wants to believe that it's actually a virus and that there's some kind of medical precedent or like some kind of medical science can do something about it, I'm gonna let her. She's pretty. I'll let her keep believe whatever you want.
Let her have her little fantasies.
Just keep wearing those sundresses. It's lucky you're lucky you're pretty.
Oh, miss you, buddy.
Oh God, me too, man. So now we're both from Louisiana. We're, it's a stupid state. And now you're in Seattle, which is much more liberal, right?
Yeah. Don't get me wrong. They're still dumb, but like, it turns out just we're all dumb.
Just America.
Just in general. I'll raise my hand first over here. But no, it actually was. We shut down, I think, 2 weeks before you guys did in Louisiana. And we're still shut down for the whole month of May. And
we're like the middle of May, I think. But now when you go out, do you see everybody wearing masks? Or do you see like
it's a good portion. It's people seem to be taking it pretty serious here.
I go like here right now, the biggest difference during the lockdown is that instead of as a family doing things, like I'll go to the grocery store and get everything and then come
Oh,
home
okay.
and like immediately take my clothes off, wash them and shower and everything before I touch anybody. That way we're not all, and I wear a mask and gloves and hand sanitizer, so we're not. And I'm going to tell you right now, dude, putting a mask on and going to the store alone it's the best thing. It's the best because I put headphones in,
Mm-hmm.
and then I don't wear my glasses because walking into the store is bright, so I wear sunglasses, so I don't actually have my glasses on. So then when I'm walking through the store, I can't hear you, and I also can't see anyone. And I've seen people look as if they're a peach blob trying to speak to me, and I'm not. It's beautiful.
Can't get that close. Don't get
It's
close
beautiful.
to me. Anyway,
But people here, I was telling you that because I can sometimes in between songs, I'll hear people make comments about you wearing a mask, like kind of make fun or make jokes, or not me, because I mean, look at me, nobody's gonna make fun of me.
I mean, who
Like,
would dare? Just sign their
some
death,
nerds get made fun of.
sign their death certificate right there.
So that's been, it's just wear a mask, dude. Or you see people with their mouth cut out of the mask.
You've seen that,
Yeah,
dude?
yeah. Or they wear
What?
them like down here.
I have seen that. I've seen
Or
that.
on their chin, or I saw
We're
one
like, hey, bro, where do you breathe?
I saw a guy take his
Point
mask
to your face
off.
where you breathe at. Now
I
cover
saw a
that
guy.
spot.
I saw a guy take his mask off of his face today and wipe his whole head and face, just his whole dumb face, with his dirty shirt, and then put his mask back on. And no joke, he was dead like 45 seconds later.
I mean, sound like
It
you
was
wanted
over.
to.
It was over.
Sound like you wanted to. You
He
can't
did
survive that.
he did this thing, and then he was dead. So
I now that I'm wearing a mask in public, I'm stealing so many things. Good luck figuring out who I am. Okay, I got a mask on. I'm wearing a hat. No shot.
When I was walking through, do you have a fancy mask? Like, did you buy a mask? Or
No. So my all right, here, I'll take a detour right quick. Explain me.
Yeah, let's go.
So I worked a temp job at a warehouse out here in Seattle, and whenever I wasn't on tour, I'd work back and forth, and so
I like that. That was good.
no, it's true. I mean, that is how it is. I'm not. Look, I'm.
No, dude, don't.
I've been doing this a while.
We're not being
okay?
humble.
I have been doing. No, you're right. It's buckets of motherfucking Duckets. All right,
Exactly.
that's not a humble title.
Those buckets out there in Duckets land know what we're up to. What you're up to.
Our little buckets. So, yes, I started. All this went down, and I got lucky because warehouses are essential, and then got even luckier because they considered my position essential. And so I've been working not as much as I used to, but like 30 hours a week or whatever. And but they have masks that they're just giving out, and I've been taking those and selling them on the street.
Are you nervous going to work, and do you think about it a lot? Do you really actually wash your hands?
Yes, I absolutely do. Yeah, I'm washing my hands a lot. I've gotten less and less nervous as it's gone. There's not that many. The warehouse is big. There's not that many people in there. Like, I'm not within 6 feet of somebody most of the time. Like, to the best that I can affect it. But yeah, at first it freaked me out, and I think everybody had that feeling of, that first time you wake up and a little tingle in your throat. Your
Dude.
nose is running. Like, out here, whenever it first hit, in March, like in Washington, it was still cold. And cold to me is like 40 degrees. That's what it was. Like, it was still 40,
Right.
50 degrees. And, my fucking nose is running because it's goddamn cold. And I'm like, does this mean I'm dead? Is that what this is? Like,
Dude, Zoe, my daughter, she's
Mm-hmm.
4, and she caught a stomach virus like a week ago, and her fever shot up. She was really sleepy. She was coughing. She didn't feel good, and terrified.
Yeah.
Terrified. This whole thing, everything affects me a lot more now because it's not just. It sounds dumb, but it's not just me now. If I bring that home, there's a 2-year-old and a 4-year-old here.
Yeah.
So I'm super, super, super careful about it. We just got them mask to go to their doctor because they have to get vaccinations against my will. But Michelle believes in that shit, so
Man, that
we're
wife
going
of
to inject
yours,
him with autism or whatever.
that wife of yours
Bruh. So we got
just
them masks.
believes
We got
anything.
Zoe. We got Zoe a Paw Patrol, and we got Henry a Superman mask, and I'm really excited about it.
Oh, that's dope.
Yeah, I can't wait.
No, I'm just working and like, dude, it's been. I mean, I know it's like this for all comics right now, but it's been 2 months since I performed, and like,
Fuck, man. The last time I went on stage was when you were here at the
No
before
shit.
the end of December. Yeah.
damn,
Yep.
dude, you ain't been on this year.
Nope. Hadn't had a chance. I had a couple of shows I was supposed to that like something ended up happening. I'm supposed to be running a showcase right now in Covington out here with my buddy Daryl Rollo and Jay Lappin.
Yeah,
But
sold out.
dude, so
No tickets available.
this we're supposed to be this a guy set up a show. You can ask Morgan Primetime Wright, friend of the show, a bucket in our Ducket land. You can ask him about it. He was doing a show out here. Morgan posted a flyer on Facebook about a show. Our friend Morgan is a comedian, and he was doing this questionable looking show at a really nice venue out here that I didn't know did shows that would be interested in comedy. So immediately me and Daryl swooped in and talked to the owner and told him that we could do real comedy. And
And they took
the
that
show,
well?
he was having a lot of issues with the guy that was going to run that other show with money and it being weird. So we were supposed to be running a show starting in March. I think the first one was going to be in March. So I wasn't too worried about I wasn't rushing to get up in January and February. Henry's been walking a little bit more and he's getting more interactive. So I've had a lot of fun kind of hanging out and playing with him.
That's
He's
awesome.
starting to like me.
Just
He's starting to like me.
Just take a moment. Your son Henry cracks me up because he's got a good mean mug. Like,
oh yeah, dude.
yeah, when he's not smiling, dude, he looks tough.
That's my boy. He likes to watch wrestling with me, and he's learned how to flex a lot. And my favorite thing is when he gets really excited, he just is tell you who his favorite wrestler is. He stops and he looks up in the sky and he points up with one finger, and then he does and he reaches on the ground. He does Ricochet's full. Like he'll put his hand on the ground and then he holds his hand up like this. It's
That's
the
awesome.
best. It's the best. He's gotten a lot better. He's a lot. He loves to dance. You saw the other day. when we
Yeah,
watched
you sent me a
wrestling.
video of him dancing. That cracks me up.
Dude, every time we've tried to Zoom to watch wrestling, he'll stand in front of the camera and he just gets down, man. He likes to party. He's drunk right now, I think.
He
at a
likes to
rave.
party, dude. I heard what you said.
He's at a rave.
I know what that means. Little baby party going on. No, I've been really upset with sneaker companies right now that they're still dropping shoes. Like
That and see that's your big thing. You're a sneakerhead, right?
yeah, as of like that is probably the biggest thing in my life is that I can finally until the world ended, I was finally getting to a point where I could afford the shit that I always wanted in my life. And
I was like, you would have been a sneakerhead before.
yeah, I
you
just never had money until
I have to stop. I'm leaning it. I'm
yeah, dude, you just lit somebody up with that one.
good.
Yeah, I mean, I couldn't do anything. I couldn't buy anything till like 3 years ago or whatever. And so but yeah, I've missed out on a couple. There was some Jordan 6s that came out that I'm pretty upset about. And yeah, I can't help but just take it. But I guess I'm glad I learned a lot about myself because I didn't actually buy it. You know what I'm saying? Like, because
right.
I thought that I was gonna be the type of person to just go broke and die like a pharaoh and just like and just all my riches around me, like just in a tomb of the DMP Jordan 6s and the Fire 5s that just came out. I just thought, I would just be covered in that. But I guess I'm not. I guess I'm somewhat responsible. And,
You inspired me. I wanted that pair of Ewings, but it seems
buddy, I meant to
now.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I haven't gotten dressed up for nobody. I meant to one year I was gonna buy you Ewings for your birthday, and I just wasn't a good friend and forgot.
That's what inspired me to decide I wanted them. You told me
Was I
you
told you I
said
was gonna
something.
do it? You know what
Yeah,
happened is I told
and
you
then
I
you
was gonna
didn't.
do it, and I saw how happy you got, and I was like, that was really nice of me to make him feel good. It's almost like giving him the gift. he's,
I mean, I've done my part now.
he's so happy just at the thought of it. I fucking knocked it out the park. Such a good friend.
I was really happy though. I saw you and your roommate Travis Nelson did a sketch, and I saw that you had the Ric Flair snuggie that was part of your parting gift when you moved away.
Yeah, it was before. I guess we haven't really gotten too much into who we are. We kind of just wanted to just talk naturally. And
Have we even have? I know we've tried to record several episodes since you moved, but I don't know. Did any of them ever come out?
I think we did 2 or 3. So me and Josh used to have another podcast called Chase and Josh Talk. Man, we're really original, and it just what's this show about? What are we doing? Just call it what it is.
Well, we went through a whole process first.
Yeah, there was a lot going on. But so, yeah, we did that show together, and then I moved from Louisiana, moved to Seattle, just to spite Josh, just to break his heart, honestly, and moved to Seattle. So we put the show on hold, but we tried to do a couple. I think we ended up doing like 3 or something, but they were 7 months apart.
Yeah.
And just holding on to any fan base that we still had from just really testing their patience. Just right when they thought they were gonna give up and unsubscribe, we gave them another one. And then this is what we did: is we every time we would do one of those, we promised 7 more coming this week. We got so many more coming. They never came.
Then they never would.
They never came.
I still get messages on Facebook that's like 15 people have viewed Chase and Josh Talk on Facebook, like our page.
Yeah.
No, they
like, why are you viewing it? First off, what are you doing?
What are you looking at?
What are you looking for? Yeah, it's not there.
Have you quarantine cut yet?
Yeah. So, I have a roommate.
I interrupted us giving our history, didn't I? We were supposed to be talking about us.
I mean, we kind of gave it through, just like
They know
that I moved. But yeah, I mean,
know.
we had a show together before, best of buds. Best, I didn't mean to say that sarcastic. Best friends for a long time, man. Josh is, that's my homie, and so we
started out. I mean, we would see each other at the same couple of first open mics.
Yeah. So yeah, I mean, we started comedy pretty
10, 11?
Yeah, 11. Yeah,
someone in
11.
God.
Yeah, we're almost. I mean, we're 9 years into comedy. And
I found some old pictures from like way back before me and you were really close, and it's so funny to me to see those pictures of you then, to know you now. Because you were, I don't know, 30 pounds heavier probably than you are now. Like you were not big, but
yeah, I just wasn't. I didn't have any kind of like shape. It's just I wasn't toned at all.
You had a shaved head and you had a goatee.
Yeah, just
like
the goatee.
Just on your chin.
Yeah, just the chin. Just because I got so many chins for some reason. I don't understand. I've never been like crazy heavy, but I've had plenty of chins. Like not to like go into shit that I've said on stage before, but I mean it's what even is.
Are you gonna say you got more chins than the Chinese phone book? Boom, boom, boom.
Bow, bow. No, I used to. The joke that I would say about it was that I have a weak chin but a strong double chin.
All right, that's pretty good.
I mean, yeah, I'm really good at this. And, so I always had to have like something covering it up. I all my weight went to my gut and my face. Like those are the two places. My arms would stay skinny, my legs would stay skinny. Just big old gut, big face, and and that's. But yeah, you found one of those old pictures. I don't look.
Yeah, like old picture. I remember you were. Even when we first started, you were better than you should have been for. You could tell that you were somebody who studied it a little bit and like knew I was just an idiot who was there. I was like, I think I'm funny. I'm the funniest guy at work. Let me go up there at first.
Yeah.
Turns out I am.
Turns out that was true too.
But it was really shocking to see that picture because there's a Seattle. I think he's a Seattle comic. Chad Dinnick.
Yeah.
Do you know who that is?
Chad.
Okay.
Yeah, he's in California now, but yeah, that's where he was originally based.
When I saw that picture of you from 2000, I thought it was him.
Oh, I could see that.
He has the same
yeah.
haircut and he had the same hair.
He'll love to hear that.
I don't know
he looks like the worst version of me
from 10 years
Chad,
ago.
You remind me of when I didn't like myself that much. You just when I look at you, it brings me to a dark place.
So, man, and you know what's funny is none of those shows are still like nothing that we did is still going anymore.
No, of course not, man. So me and Josh came from scene in Louisiana. Just you don't even have to say. It's funny that we break it up into cities, but I mean it's just one big, big scene. All the comics jump back and forth between Baton Rouge, New Orleans, and Lafayette. But yeah, I mean I tell comics out here like what it was like with us having just like 2 shows a week. And those shows nobody gave a shit about. Like, no, nobody wanted to see comedy. Like, nobody. I try to explain. Like, it's weird that I'm like one of the reasons I moved here was just that like Seattle or just this area values comedy. Like they will go just to a show. They will go to a Wednesday night show at a club that's just like, this is Seattle's best or whatever. And they'll go to that with no name associated with it. Just go check it out.
And in Louisiana,
pay $10 and buy a T-shirt at the end of it.
Nah, dude. In Louisiana, we have to sneak into a daiquiri bar and turn off the football game and just start talking.
Yeah.
Or not turn off the football game, just start talking.
Yeah, exactly. No, man, there was something I was trying to say about that. But yeah, that's no. There was something like off this, but yeah, that's what the fuck it was like. It was just, it was always a chore. I always felt like I was bothering people with my comedy. Like, hey, what was your night? What was your plan?
Nope.
Nah, I'm gonna work on my dream. I'm gonna work on my dream up here. I'm not gonna be very good at it. I'm not. I'm gonna demand that you respect what I'm doing that you didn't come for. I'm going to call you an asshole for it. I'm going to call you an asshole. I'm going to call you a piece of shit. I'm going to call you all kind of names because you're not participating in something you didn't come to see.
I remember you making fun of that guy when we did the show in wherever, and it was the people from Swamp People. They said it was
in Ponchatoula.
The stars
Ponchatoula,
of Swamp
Louisiana.
People.
Yeah, and we got some fucking extra. Some fucking dude named T-Bone or some shit like that. Fucking J-Mike or whatever the hell his name was.
But I remember you making fun of a guy in the crowd, like specifically describing him as a person and what he was wearing and exactly what he was doing at that moment. And he still didn't even realize we were talking.
No.
Didn't even realize anybody was on the stage.
No, yeah, that's what I did. I had some joke where I was like, I brought up like somebody I saw and I was like, he looked like a fucking douche. And then I looked over at the dude not paying attention and I just started being like, he's wearing a white shirt with stripes and he's got a big fuck off hat. And like, I just started
wearing sunglasses inside at night like a dick.
Yeah. I just started doing that and people around started to look at him, but he didn't understand why they were looking.
That was back whenever all of your punchlines were, and then they died.
Yeah, I didn't know how to end stuff. I just killed people at the end of it.
And all my punchlines were like, hey, and I'm a big weirdo.
Yours was a lot of just screaming at the end.
I miss screaming now that I talk about my kids. I don't get to scream at people as much, which is sad. Have you ever signed up for a podcast, like anybody's Patreon?
No, I've never bought anything through an ad. I've not supported any of the art that I've ever gotten from podcasts. I have just been taking and taking and taking. Guys, there's going to be a donate button. Wherever you
send money so Chase can subscribe to the art he enjoys.
throw in some money so I can throw some money other places.
I signed up for my first Patreon the other day. I pay for, I think it's Stitcher, because I like to listen to old Comedy Bang Bang and How Did This Get Made, like old podcasts. Because
Are those not on like Apple podcasts anymore?
Not the entire catalog.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's how I got you. I see.
Yeah,
It.
and I'll go
I see
back
the
and
business
listen to
model.
them. I listen to them pretty much nonstop because the kids are old enough now that I can't watch whatever I want to watch on TV. So I can put
Yeah, they're
just,
learning
like,
stuff. They're actually
it's awful.
holding on to some of that.
I can put one ear pod in and listen to the podcast while they watch whatever. But there was a turning point too, man. Zoe used to love watching TV with me, and they didn't really care. They played, and then one day I was watching The Walking Dead, and in that first episode, when Rick shoots the little girl zombie, like the very beginning of the show, my daughter looked at me like her face was pale white, and she said, "Why did that man shoot that little girl dead?" And I was like, all right. Well,
We watch Paw Patrol.
I
Paw
guess
Patrol.
yeah, and now she watches all
Watch
these.
your brother dance.
She started watching all these kid shows. And you don't realize they're sneaky, man. Kid shows are fucking sneaky. They learn without you realizing that you're learning. They've been on in the background, and I can count all the way to 75 now without missing a beat.
Whoa.
Just from listening to it in the background. Like, I'm not even paying attention to it, and I can do it. Zoe knows her. She just walks around and sings her ABCs. Like, she has a little song for everything she does, and she gets really mad when I don't know it. I'm like, how am I?
It's just she's just making it up.
Yeah. Or
that's
it's
adorable.
from something else, but she started singing a lot.
Hey, you didn't see the show? Yeah.
Yeah, and I don't know what she's talking about.
Because you're listening to Comedy Bang Bang.
Right, because I'm ignoring my children.
Yeah.
She told me the other day, though, that I was a superhero and my superpower were giving good hugs. And I had to go in the bathroom and try not to cry for 10 minutes because that's the sweetest thing ever.
Yeah. I know you didn't make it. You definitely cried.
No, dude, since I cry, it's anything can make me cry.
Look, as somebody that's known you for a long time, you already cried a lot. Like,
Dude. I have no... It's been real hard during the lockdown because I can't go toy collecting.
Yeah.
That's been it's not a huge deal, but right before this happened, I found like a little hidden comic toy shop out here that I didn't know about. It's like right around the corner from a Second and Charles, which is my favorite place in the world to go to buy toys and used books because I'm just a real cool dude who's just out there getting the puss and being a man.
What comics you reading, bro? What's dropping them panties? What comics is dropping them panties?
See, that's the thing. I don't even read the comics. I buy the action figures.
You just like to stand next to it?
Yeah, I stand next to them so that people, and if somebody comes, I try to judge what they look like they're into, and then I try to grab that real quick so they think I'm super into it. So far, I've gotten in 3 fights.
Man, I would have thought you'd have made some friends, but I guess they didn't appreciate you trying to share interest.
Well, now if I was shared it and been like, "Hey, I'm also a fan of this," that would have been cool. But usually, what I would do is like if they were wearing like a Punisher shirt, I would grab the biggest Punisher comic I could find and I would throw it at them, and I would tell them, "You fucking suck," and I'd throw it at them, and then I'd be like, "You want to fight or what?" And then while they were fighting me, I would try to steal their wallet. Like 50-50 it worked, 50-50 it didn't.
Man, those are good odds.
I feel like they're pretty...
If at the end of me throwing some shit at a stranger, I got some money, like half the time.
I say that, but in all honesty, I was at this comic shop. And
I know you were.
I was trying to decide if I wanted to pay this money for a Superman.
I knew what part was real and what part was not real.
For if you're new to Ducket Land, I love Hulk Hogan wrestling stuff, but mostly Superman is like my favorite thing to collect right now. And I was at this comic shop trying to decide if I wanted to buy a Superman, and I heard these 2 guys started arguing over who was getting this graphic novel, like a for real dude. It looked like I don't want to judge people based on how they look because I was also in that comic book shop. But like they looked like if you stereotype cast like nerds. Okay. Do you know what I mean? Like that's what they looked like. Mm-hmm. And I thought, oh, this will be this will be funny to see how they argue. And this one dude was like, I grabbed it first and blah, and started saying something, and then the other guy just started punching him. It was so fast and so just started hitting him. And I loved it. It was so great because nobody in that shop had ever seen anybody get punched, especially in a comic shop. So it was like everybody just froze, except for the dude that was punching the other guy in the face. He just kept doing it.
Did he get... What were we talking? What form? Was he good? Did he land anything? Of course
he
not.
landed a whole... There was no form, but if you just swing around long enough, you're going to... The other dude started bleeding, but I think he was just soft. You could tell he was like a tapioca pudding. You know what I mean? Like, it wouldn't take much to make him bleed. But they just started duking it out. And while they were fighting, the employee just kind of pushed them out of the door. And then they fought in the front for like, I don't know, another 30 seconds. But 30 seconds of a fight feels like forever.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, dude.
And then the best part was when they were done, they both said they were sorry to the guy and went back in the store.
Just a couple gentlemen.
Just
Look,
probably best friends
just
now.
Really out of my character, okay?
It's probably best friends now.
But I did touch it first. And
so technically,
I regret nothing.
I was hoping it was going to keep going. I tried to chime on, but...
You should have bought whatever they were trying to get.
While they were fighting?
Yeah. And just walk out with it as they're beating
just
each
step
other.
over their fighting bodies as I walk by with it. So now in Seattle, marijuana cigarettes are legal, right?
What was that?
Have you tried marijuana now that it's legal there?
Oh yeah, all the time.
Are the dispensaries essential?
Yeah, they are. They are. Yeah, for real. They're doing the way they set up. They're only letting like 10 people in at a time, and dude at the door. Everybody stands 6 feet apart from each other. They let you in as somebody comes out. Lot of online orders. They're pushing you to do online orders, so you just fucking in and out. And I buy weed online.
I'm sure this has come up on past shows we've done, but
Those are gone, so just talk.
Being from here, that blows my mind that you
Dude,
could
of
just
course.
walk into somewhere and have a selection.
Most
and, pick it out.
Most of my material since I've moved here has been trying to remind these people that like this is not normal.
This isn't normal. Yeah,
this is not what goes on anywhere else. This happens in like 8 places, and you some bitches are lucky you got there.
You don't know how good you got it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because just like this whole coast is like that because like it's legal in California, it's legal in Oregon, it's legal in Nevada, and so like most of the cool places you'll go to over here has weed.
Now, this is something I've always wondered. With it being legal, do jobs still test for it?
The one that I had didn't, but I think some like.
But what's the?
I know, right? That's always, but I haven't. I just had that one.
Because you don't
like,
test them. If it's legal, it's considered. You should just consider it the same as everything else. The same as alcohol, the same as tobacco, everything. And you don't test people to see if they're drinking when they're not working. I was just.
Yeah, I agree. I've only worked with that temp agency, and they didn't drug test me, but they in the paperwork it said that there'd be a drug test, but then there just wasn't. So like maybe that's
But see, when they say a drug test, maybe they don't.
Yeah, maybe they don't test for weed. Maybe they just try to make sure I ain't on that heroin.
That's crazy. And I just don't.
Because I'm on that heroin, Josh.
Are you? That's so cool.
I've been taking street naps. It's great right now too because people can't get within 6 feet of you, dude. So I'm just sprawled out.
They can't do nothing about it. What are they gonna do?
I cough. I start coughing the second they come near me.
Dude,
I can't help it. It's because the heroin's in my throat. But you wanna know how I lost 30 pounds, Josh?
Heroin. Straight up heroin. So the guy, I have my CBD delivered by a guy who brings it to me, so I don't have to to go anywhere. So that's not. But
Yeah, you got a really good fucking setup down there.
yeah. Notice I specifically said CBD.
Yeah.
I was very specific.
No, we're in different places. I understand.
CBD. Yeah, dude makes. I got Tiger Balm. Like yeah, yeah, dude, it's the best thing ever.
Yeah, you've showed me that guy's menu before, and
oh, dude, it's the best thing.
Yeah, it cracks me up because it seems like he's got some kind of hookup from like a dispensary because he's got
legit dispensary. Like he's a chemist. It's not some dude who has it in his backyard. You know, like it's, mwah.
Well said.
This is I just hit a lemon and lavender flavored CBD, which is just. I just keep doing this now because you're not supposed to touch your fingers, and I don't give a fuck.
Yeah, dude, I keep touching.
Because I know this pandemic is just a dim panic.
Dude,
huh?
Have you seen that out there? Because that was pretty fire. I'm not gonna lie.
That's pretty good.
You could get some dummies to follow you.
I think I'm gonna start a cult. I've been thinking about it for a long time,
bro. Cult. Let's talk about cults. I have a cult theory. This is what I think. If you want to best utilize your time in a cult, you wanna be. You want to think
about this.
Yeah, this is not half baked, bro. This is done. I've thought about that. You want to get in the first 2 to 3 months. That's when you want to be there for the first 2 or 3 months because that's when everybody's like just planting gardens and eating vegetables and fucking each other and you're having just like your night parties and stuff and everything's cool. And then like the second that you go, that's kind of weird, you need to go. You need to get out and go to the next cult and then live those 2 to 3 months again. You want to be at the beginning of cults. You don't ever want to see the end of a cult, which I guess.
Nope.
I guess isn't a cult mentality, but if you can be outside of the cult, you could be like, this guru's cool, but I'm about
a day,
like,
just a day pass.
Yeah,
just a day pass.
Just like a little residency, just like a 2 month. Fuck everything you see, smoke everything, eat an apple residency.
Yep.
Just do that, and that's the way to live it because.
But then
because
like,
a couple months in, they start going. Nobody else can have sex except for me.
Yeah, when they're like, "Hey, Bill ate a banana after 2 PM, you have to cut his head off."
Yeah. By the way,
like,
everybody's wearing orange. Orange is the color now. Burn all your other clothes. It's just orange. Me, I can wear whatever I want. It doesn't fucking matter. It
always starts with everybody has sex, and then nobody can have sex except with the main dude.
Yep.
That would be my first. That's how I would start out of the gate.
I would start off the rule. The rules of this cult is I fuck your wife. That's the rules of this cult. Okay. Everybody, turn your wife over.
The cult is just your wife has to sit in bleachers and watch me work out all day without my shirt on. That's my cult. Your wife has to watch me lift weights.
Yeah, give her a show.
I listened to this. I found a podcast called Report This Post.
Okay.
They're not comedians. It's just two dudes, kind of like us, that do a podcast. But I found
I'm a comedian.
No, I meant. Well, I'm a comedian, but I meant they're not.
They're not. I get you.
Yeah, that's what I was trying to say. Anyway, I found it because one of the hosts sent a tweet
like
out
us.
that said, "Every single day I disrespect my neighbors' wives by lifting weight. Every single day I disrespect my neighbors by lifting weight in full view of their wives."
Mm-hmm.
And because of that tweet, I was like, "This is my new favorite dude on the internet." So I found his podcast and listened to like every episode of it, just because. If you're that, I'm on board with that.
That's hilarious, dude.
I've been trying to listen to Joe Rogan because. I'm
40. you need to check in with him to find out who to vote for.
I asked him.
Yeah.
I asked him. He told me on it an Alpha Brain or something.
Oh,
something about Alpha Brain. I thought that was so crazy to see people like all the news stations covering what Joe Rogan said on his podcast about who to vote for.
I thought I was crazy, dude. I was like, in this fucking, he's a
Quick,
comedian.
what's Ja thinking? Somebody ask Ja.
Right,
Get Ja on the phone.
I understand he has a big reach, and that a lot he does, like, his fans really fuck with him. Like, I understand that they'll probably do whatever he says.
Oh, yeah.
Like, but bruh, that's the dude from fucking talk radio, and you remember Fear Factor?
Yeah.
In 2004, which Fear Factor was on, and you're watching him trying to, like,
He's
tell
making
some
people
lady
eat cave spiders.
to eat bison dick or whatever, and you wouldn't be able to process the thought of, like, wait, he endorsed anybody? You would even call that an endorsement? It wasn't just him saying who he was going to vote for. An endorsement.
Yeah. And in
Dude,
2000
bro, not just I'm some jackass, I'm going to vote for Bernie. No, he
You're right.
endorsed Bernie.
You're right. I didn't even think of that. They did. It was an endorsement.
Yeah, I'm with Bernie. It's as if they, like, had a picture holding each other's hands up in the air and stuff.
They ran to the top of that the stairs in Philadelphia like Rocky, and they're shaking their hands up. I wonder if Bernie even knows who Joe Rogan is.
I do think Bernie knows, like, Bernie and Killer Mike are like friends or whatever.
I've seen
like,
Bernie's handshakes.
I do. Yeah,
I was gonna vote for Bernie.
but they killed him before.
Dude, Trump is the worst person that's probably ever lived in
What?
the history of the world, I think. On a hot take. But Biden is like a robot whose batteries is dying. You know what I mean? Like, he just, watching him try to stumble through sentences and get stuff out of his dumb mouth is just...
I just like during the debates, his, like, strongest moments were, like, you know, because he was the vice president, his strongest moments were like,
I know Barack Obama.
I'm the only one that's actually talked to any of these people. I'm the only one that's actually tried to put any of these policies in place. I'm the only one of it. Like, yeah, dude, I know. You had a fucking, you had a passenger seat for 8 years watching a bunch of shit. I'm sure you know a bunch of people. I'm sure you talked to them. I'm sure you're great friends.
But then
you've been a fucking politician for 40 years.
But then you go around the country and talk about little kids rubbing your leg hairs up outside of swimming pools or something. Like, what?
Yeah, dude. His handlers have to, like, fucking grab him quick. Like, you can't give him any kind of slack. Like, you gotta pull it in.
Do you ever get on Twitter and randomly yell at Trump and tell him he's a shithead in his comments?
I did. I used to whenever he first became president, and then I stopped. But
I make fun of those people a lot. Like, oh, look, yeah, I'm sure he's reading those, haha. And then, like, right after I send one of those, I'll read something he tweeted. I'm like, you piece of shit. And then I have to tell him, and then I do the exact same thing.
I just want him to know. I want somebody to know.
It's so crazy to me how much our president talks shit on Twitter. Like, it's fucking insane. We're going to lose the MAGA crowd already.
Oh, man.
Yeah. Get fucked. What quarantine TV have you been watching?
I smashed out. So first, a big winner of because this has been going on for 6 months now. So
yeah.
it seems like people forget, but the early winner of the pandemic was Tiger King. I watched it like the rest of the herd. We all.
Did you go back and watch the follow up?
That Joel McHale did or whatever. I did watch it, but no,
I didn't know.
Yeah,
I didn't know yet.
I'm done with it. I saw everything I need to see. You guys should have had that ready to go the second it took a week for something new. I'm over. I'm done with Tiger King.
I know who did it.
Yeah, I know all I need to know. Okay. Yeah, knock that out. I've been watching Veep.
I hadn't watched that one.
Yeah, I'm just starting season 4, which is the season that they won their Emmy for Outstanding Series. So I'm about to watch the best possible TV
of
2014. It is really good, dude. It's yeah, dude. It's just fucking. She's the vice president. It's fucking constant chaos. Just constantly people telling her that something's on fire, and her having to like smile and like just move it. Yeah, it's hella funny, man. Let's see. I watched The Wire for a second time. Me and you both.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah, we both pre the fucking quarantine. We both like oddly started watching The Wire. I had never seen it. Didn't watch. We both missed it, and then like 6 months ago, we both just started watching it. It was like, hey, I just started watching The Wire. Oh no shit, I'm in season 2. Like that's
It's the best thing I've ever seen.
And so I just rewatched it again. I watched it twice now in 4 or 5 months. Yeah, it's fucking. I mean that show. Turns out everybody's been right this whole time. Turns out it's great. Turns out Breaking Bad's great. Turns out Mad Men's good. Sopranos.
I hadn't watched
good.
that one yet either.
Turns out, I Mad Men has been. It's been a trial for me. I've basically watched Mad Men in the amount of time that it was on TV, but through Netflix. Like I must have watched season 1 fucking 5 years ago, 5 or 6 years. I'm in season 6 right now. It's a good show. I just can't binge it like that. Like it's just it's real dense and like kind of it's like quiet, but it's fucking good. But it's like a quiet show, so it's just hard for me to like just jump to the next one. But I've told some people that, and they think I'm crazy. So I don't know.
I've gone back and I've been watching like I got into mob movies. I watched.
Oh, dude, I fucking love mob.
Like to actually, I've seen like Goodfellas and stuff, but I've never actually. I don't know that I actually paid a whole lot of attention. So I like Goodfellas, Donnie Brasco. I'm starting The Sopranos.
Dude, do it. Yeah, I've watched Sopranos like 5 times.
Oh yeah. See, I just finished Silicon Valley again for like the I don't know 4th or 5th time in
really.
a few
that's
months,
one I haven't got. I just got HBO. This is I'm just thinking about the reason I even have HBO is because I was talking to this girl and she had HBO and we started watching The Wire. And then we stopped talking, but I was like in the middle of season 2, and I was like, "Well, I gotta find out." So now I'm paying $16 a month because I mean I'm happy I did, but I literally wouldn't have done it if it wasn't for that. But I had to.
I watched in Silicon Valley. I don't know. I've seen it 4 or 5 times in a few months that I've had it. That's one of those. Like I have. At any given time, I'm always watching The Office or Bob's Burgers. Those are like I think the two of the greatest shows ever. And it's one of those that's like, or like Arrested Development. Like it's one of those that you can just watch.
We like Arrested Development,
dude. I fucking love it.
Yesterday
was Cinco de Cuatro.
Foreshadowing for you people.
I'm trying to think of what else. There was something else. I watched that Upload, the new from the guys that created The Office. Have you seen the preview for it?
No, I hadn't.
It's one of the guys that created The Office. It's on Amazon Prime.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's like the one thing I don't have. I have everything else with it.
It's pretty good. It's not,
Okay. All right. But yeah, mostly that. I've been watching. This is also what I did. I'm a huge basketball fan. I'm a huge just sports fan, and so about a month out before when the playoffs are going to start, I bought NBA League Pass and NBA TV and stuff. And I was watching back because it's got like the NBA Finals for the last 20 years, and I've been watching old basketball, and but I buy that, and then 3 weeks later is the coronavirus. The season shuts down, and then they start fucking giving it away for free right after my first month of paying it. I pay for it for another month, and then they make it free for everybody. But literally, I felt so because I was like, man, I'm going to watch all these old finals leading right up to the finals. I'm going to watch all LeBrons or whatever. And then this happened, and then next thing I know, they're like, NBA League Pass for everybody. The NBA keeps being like, tonight on YouTube, we're going to watch all of LeBron's finals. Like all the things I thought like just made me cool 2 months ago that I thought was to myself, they stole. They took from me. Really, what I'm trying to say is I'm the big loser of this pandemic.
I've been watching old wrestling like that. I've just been going back and finding like I'll pick a random 1985 WCW or NWA or whatever, and my kids are getting into wrestling now, which is kind of fun to watch.
Zoe never had a chance.
Nah, dude, she never said
Zoe. I mean, but neither one of them did. But I mean, I was there when Zoe was born, and so I mean, I saw 2-day-old Zoe watching Steamboat and Macho Man.
Steamboat and Savage was the way I would put her to sleep because I can describe that match like beat by beat by beat by beat. I've seen that match, and it's one of the greatest wrestling matches of all time.